Hello everyone, welcome to Felipe's Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at this LEGO Harry Potter set, Diagon Alley. So this set contains 5,544 pieces and retailed at $700. As you can see, this set is massive. It's just over a meter wide and I'm really struggling to fit into my camera frame due to the size of my room. You get to build 4 different buildings from the Diagon Alley, and each building is connected with a pin like the modular building series you can see right here. It also includes 14 minifigures. And today I'm going to go through each of the building first, and then we'll have a look at the individual minifigures. And here's the first building. So on the left, we've got Ollivanders wand shop. And then on the right, we've got Scribbulus at the stationery shop. And the exterior looks absolutely gorgeous. And you can also see how they recreate the cobble path. And I really like this design. The technique to create this window is not new. You will notice in most of the modular building sets. But how they create this arch here is very interesting. And you do get various stickers for the building decorations. And you don't have much on each side of the building because it's supposed to be attached on the side of another building. And each building itself is not a full building. You basically get half of the building, but you do get quite a bit of depth. And you can see the interior within. And here's a better look of the interiors. For Ollivander wand shop, you do get a stairs which you can hide it by pushing it and pull it out to create the stair for the minifigure to go up. There's actually a lot details within each building's interior. Here's the chair which you can spin around. And you can see here is the box for the wand. So let me just take out the ladder. And on the other side, you've got a shelf. You've got various boxes that contains a wand. So, and you can take this, actually you can take this out and open it up and reveal a wand inside. Underneath the stairs, you have a few more boxes of wands. And of course, you've got a sales counter over here. You do get a sticker to create the sales register. It's a bit hard to show, but let me just zoom in a little bit to give you a bit more details. It's right here. And on the other side is Scribbulus, the stationery shop. You can see shelves with different magical stationeries. And on the second floor, it's just a room for the shop owner, I believe. You've got a sticker here to create this sofa. I particularly like how they create this bottle here and the new unprinted skull headpiece. On this side, you do have a fireplace which have chimneys connected to the roof of the building, and you got a few clips here if you want to clip a few frame pieces to recreate a running fireplace. Talking about chimneys, you do have 2 chimneys on this side of the building. You've got a very interesting design. Unfortunately, I think it's not as realistic because these 2 chimneys doesn't have anything to connect down under the building. And now we move on to the next building, which is the quality Quidditch supplies and the Daily Prophet. This building also looks stunning on the exterior. You do feel this building a little bit bigger because of less differentiation of heights. I particularly like how they designed the entrance here. You might feel it's flat, but actually it's not. Like if we put in the side view, you can see this little slope over here. I think it's just brilliant. And here's a quick look on the side of this building. You do get a sticker for decoration. Most of the time you won't able to see it unless you choose this side to be the exposed side of the whole Diagon Alley. But personally, I probably won't expose this side because I'm really not a fan to have something like this exposed. I'd rather to have a full flat surface. You do get large stickers for the door for the daily profit because typically Lego doesn't have this type of door, so they use a sticker instead. But on this side, all these windows are actually printed decoration, and I really like this piece because I think it's quite useful if you want to create other buildings. On the top, you can see a few newspapers, and these are all printed. And here's the interior of this building. For daily profit, there's not much inside apart from a case of newspapers and some stickers on the wall and a spider on top. However, in quality Quidditch supplies, there's a lot more stuff going on. I really like how they use this technique to create the the apparel that you folded and put in the cupboard. I think this is very nice, and it will be a quite useful technique if you want to create some kind of apparel store. You do get a mannequin on the other side and various parts for the broomstick. You also get one broomstick displaying over here. On the second floor is pretty much the same. You do get a different style of shelves to store the apparels, and then two other display broomsticks, and another mannequin. One very important to point out, I do like how they leave some gaps between the level instead just one base plate. I think that's a very nice touch. I believe the top floor is just storage. Not sure is for daily profit or is for the Quidditch shop, but you do get a mouse and a cheese, and also a gate for you. Well, not for you, but for the mouse or minifigure to access. Once again, you've got a chimney with a nice design, but my questions again is it doesn't really connect to anything that would suggest there will be smoke coming out from the chimney. And now we take a look at Flourish and Blotts, the bookstore, and also Florian Fortescue's ice cream parlor. Once again, the exterior design is very good. I think the bookstore is absolutely phenomenal. For the ice cream parlor, you don't have any sign, but if you see this here, you pretty know that it's an ice cream parlor. I like the fact that how they create this part over here is basically 1 by 3 pieces connected together, but the way they designed here, it looks like a retractable covering, and you do get a table and 2 seats outside the ice cream parlor, and it's a very interesting way to create the legs for the chairs. For the bookstore, this windows here again is a new printed piece which I like very much. You do get 2 shelves outside with various book. You got the sign of the bookshop. This piece is quite hard to assemble because this pole is pretty tough, and here can be a bit flimsy, so when you try to push the pole into the clip sometimes, actually not sometimes, I actually struggle a few times because every time I try to push the pole into the clip, this part falls over because I apply too much pressure. And I really like how they designed this dragon here on the exterior of the building. And now let's take a look at the interior of this particular building. Actually, before we look at the interior, there's actually a side build for this particular building. There's a table with some books. I think it's a very nice design table. It doesn't really fit into any level. Well, you can actually put it in, but like it will make the interior very crowded. Yeah, I guess it probably somewhere in this side of the building. Just need to use your imagination. The bookstore interior is a bit plain compared to the other buildings within the set, but you do have some nice display. This piece here is printed. This is a sticker. But I really like how they create the bookshelves. I wish Lego used the same technique in the modular building bookstore. You do get a stair for the minifigures to walk up, and this stair can be hidden just by pushing it up. And on the first floor, you do get a stack of books and another bookshelf. This is the ice cream parlor. On this side, you do see the menu. I like how they use black and white tiles on the floor. And here's the ice cream counter. I really like how they create this case here. You might notice a golden wine glass. And on top, you do get a sofa and a coffee table with a teacup and a teapot. And this is one very interesting way to use the black sausage piece to create a lamp. I do wish though they don't expose a pin here for the sofa, but I guess they've got no choice to create a sofa this size and able to move around with the right pieces. And finally, we have the Weasleys, Wheezes, and Nocturne Alley. And once again, the exterior is really nice, and I really like how they, the technique that they use to create this style on the side of the building. The Nocturne Alley though is really non-existent. It's just a sign, hey, telling you there's a sign when you goes in there is Nocturne Alley. So this set doesn't have much action features, but you do get one on this particular building. So behind this wall, there's something that you can move, and if you move this, this figure here will start moving his head. I did some research after I built this set just to see how closely it resembles the actual thing that they based on. They did remove a few levels on top. It's supposed to be taller and have a few more windows here, but I think that's fine. It still looks stunning. Unfortunately, there's a few things I wish they do a better job in terms of the exterior, because how they try to create this style, the pieces that they use is a 1x2 piece with two pinholes. I really wish they hide this holes somewhere. I don't really like to see something on top and see holes on top of the building. One more thing, I think it could be improved in terms of this building exterior. I think they've done a good job on the roof on this side, but on the side roof, if I move my camera on top of it directly, you'll notice a gap between the wall and the roof. There's a bit, maybe 1 millimeter to 2 millimeters gap, but these gaps really bother me when I saw it. But it's okay. Those are just minor flaws of the design, mostly due to the limitation of the pieces. On this side, however, this side of the building is looking really nice. You've got some stickers and some windows, which this is probably the side that you want to expose when you try to display. You don't want to connect this side on another building, so you don't see all this little design. So on the other side, we've got a few more windows and a door, another entrance, and then you can see this is the interior of the building. And I have to say, this is probably the best interior of all the buildings within this Diagon Alley set. There's just so much happening within the area of this building. I really like how they create the handles and barrier of the stairs and on each floor. Most of the merchandises using stickers to give it a bit more decorations. I do wish they add a few more pieces to hide the action mechanism of the exterior. And you got more merchandises on the second floor, and you can see, these are all stickers over there. And it looks like a common theme within the Harry Potter world. People like to store stuff under the stairs. I think it might not just be a Harry Potter world, it's just quite common that people like to store stuff under the stairs. And you got a very unique cash register over here. And these are printed, but this is a sticker. And what a great way to utilize the glittering pieces in this particular model. You do get a few more merchandises on the shelf over here. Unfortunately, I applied the sticker the wrong way on one of those. This is actually a new piece. I think I never seen that piece before. That's why when I apply the sticker, I apply it the wrong way. But never mind, it's okay. The interior of this particular building reminds me a lot of the Lego Simpson Quickie Mart. The interior have lots of fridges and drinks and different you know food and supplies, and it really reminds me. And if you have done the research, the set has the same designer as the Simpson Quickie Mart set. Additionally, you do get a separate bill of this love potion fountain, and I think this is looking really good. As much as I wanted each building to be a fully enclosed building, but obviously each of the building is just a half building. But they do give you a pinholes at the back of each building, so you can connect the similar building together. And this is how it looks like when the two buildings connected together. So the Wheezes connecting with the quality Quidditch supplies, and the bookstores will connect with the Ollivander one shop. Rather than a display option, this is more like a storage option. I think this worked really well for this one over here. I think the roof looks kind of integrated pretty well. The building have similar color scheme. I think this one works extremely well. Although if you think about the interior, it doesn't make any sense at all. But this is still making this building looking really nice. My opinion is that the quality Quidditch supplies doesn't really work so well with the Weasley. I think it's to do with the fact they both have a distinctive color, so when you put it together, it doesn't really work out that much. The roof is okay, and I think the only thing that works pretty well is the Nocturne Alley. It suddenly makes much more sense. Like you're going to a very dark alley, and then you can see the spider from the windows here. One extra thing to note is that the pen only exists on the bottom of the building, so it's not really secure on top. So even you connect together, please take extra care when you try to move the building in this configuration. And now we take a look at the 14 minifigures included in this set. First, we take a look at Harry Potter and Ginny Weasley. Both of them got very nice printed torso. They both have alternate face expression. And they have some back printing as well. I really like this Harry Potter face over here. The hairstyle is not new. They kind of reused the one that they used previously. For Ginny, she has a book with a stick on it. Unfortunately, I did upside down, but there's nothing inside the book, so it's pretty empty. But nonetheless, it's a pretty nice accessory. Next, we have Ron Weasley and Hermione. They both have the same torso, which is the school uniform, and they have alternate face expression as well. They look very worried. I really like Ron's facial expression. Now we've got Hagrid and Molly Weasley. So Hagrid is actually the same as the one in some other Harry Potter sets. You do see his details if you remove his hair and beard, and that's pretty much his minifigure. There's a different torso compared to other minifigure because he's slightly bigger. And Molly Weasley, she does have an alternate face expression. Next, we have Fred Weasley and George Weasley. They have a very nice printed torso. So the brown one is Fred and the green one is George. They do have alternate face expression, which looks really good. And I especially like that one. You get the same one from the Lego collectible minifigure series as well. And now we have Garrick Ollivander and Gilderoy Lockhart. So Ollivander, obviously, the one-shop owner, and Lockhart is the guy in the bookshop. Both have very detailed torso printing. Especially, I like Lockhart's torso printing. You can see it's a shiny color, and I also like his cape as well. He has the same book as Ginny Weasley, and they both have alternate face expression, which looks pretty nice. Let me just show you the other one. And now we have Florian Fortescue and Daily Prophet photographer, and you can see, the photographer obviously have the camera as his accessory. He has a very nice printed torso as well. For the ice cream guy, you do get the ice cream and a spoon. I really like this style of the wine glass. He has a very nice printed torso as well, and they both have alternate facial expression. And finally, we have Draco Malfoy and Lucius Malfoy. For Draco Malfoy, he has his school uniform and also alternate face expression. For Lucius Malfoy, you can see his detailed printed torso and legs. And of course, he also have, oh, actually, he doesn't have alternate face expression. I always mixed up, but his accessory is his cane. Unfortunately, for Lego, they just give him, a stick piece instead of giving it more specialized molded or some printing to create the actual crane that he used. So before I wrap up the video, there's actually a secret within the set. You probably know if you have watched the other videos online, but there's a additional box within the set that is not mentioned in any press release or promotional material. So be warned, spoiler warning. Yes, you get to build a stand with an extra Harry Potter minifigure with a exclusive torso print. The face itself is the same as the other Harry Potter included in this set, but it's a very nice minifigure. But the main thing is you get a printed sign saying "Welcome Harry to Diagon Alley," and you get a stand for the minifigure. Unfortunately, they only give you one Hagrid, so you have to put the existing Hagrid onto the stand. Overall, I think this is an excellent set. Despite the high price, I think it's worth every penny. And I do recommend to anyone, even you're not a Harry Potter fan, just like me. To me, all the four buildings just look stunning on the exterior. It's a shame that it's not a full building, but nonetheless, you can always try to build the other half, or you just combine the both buildings together as they recommend in the instruction booklet. Now this is definitely not a playset, it's more a display piece or for grown-up fans because the lack of action features, but I'm fine with that. Some of the design or the new techniques they use to build the exterior is just absolutely brilliant. And having like 14 minifigures in one set is just a plus for me. I don't have any particular attachment to characters in Harry Potter, so any additional minifigures is a plus. And it's a very nice touch. They include this extra bill here. I think it's nice to have a printed tile instead of a sticker. And I do have a strong desire to figure out how I can make each building a complete building that would fit into a set of modular buildings. Do let me know what you think about this set in the comment section below. If you like my video, be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel for more upcoming updates. I'll see you next time.